Hello, this is Christiansen. This is a special video for the University of Santo Tomas in the Philippines. I understand that you've been following my entrepreneur blog a little bit and wanted to record a special little message to you regarding what it takes to succeed in business. I really have three key things that I wanted to talk about. The first is be okay with not going directly for your goal all the time. In my career, I spent the first half of my career in the corporate world. And I was able to gain experience and understanding and insights that I simply couldn't have got if I had jumped directly into entrepreneurship. Each of us have a different course and a different path in life, and it's okay to take sometimes what appears like diversions to get to our end goal. Indeed, this is the concept that I refer to as the Zig Zag principle. So important in life that we set goals. It's important you set a crazy big hairy goal in your life, and then frequently that requires, rather than plowing directly to that goal, it requires that you take some very tactical, well-aligned zigs and zags to get to the goal. The first zig I typically identify as one to profitability. Getting cash flow positive, and if it's that you as a college student in your personal life, then you do whatever it takes in the early stages to get to profitability. I remember as a college student myself, I had set the goal not to go into debt. That was a very difficult goal to set. It required that I basically not sleep because I went to school full time, and then I carried 2 part-time jobs to pay for my my college tuition and everything. Very, very difficult. I did crazy things, all the way from repairing computers to even I attempted to start my own little business at that point, which actually failed. My wife was an administrative assistant. I would have basically, if I had to clean toilets with a toothbrush, to hit that goal. So in that instance, I drove to profitability by not going in debt. As a business owner now, it's also my first goal is to get my business to profitability, whatever the cost. So number one recommendation to you is give yourself the latitude to outline a path that doesn't require charging directly through things that don't have any right being charged to. Second piece of advice that I would give you is become accustomed to a few failures along the way. Just make sure that the failures aren't so significant that they kill you. Indeed, I've founded or co-founded 32 businesses now in my career. Of the 32, 11 were ugly failures, but 11 have become multi-million-dollar successes. Everyone's very eager to talk about the wins and the successes, and indeed they're fun to talk about. But I think more potent and more learning occurred out of the actual failures. So I have learned what I've learned to do in my career is to fail very efficiently. So if you're going to have a failure, then do it quickly, do it efficiently, and run all at it. It's also a part of the Zig Zag principle. If you're starting a business or a company, identify how long, how much money you're willing to dedicate to the cause, and then run at it with everything you're worth for that period of time. And at the end, if you haven't hit profitability, if you haven't got to a point that you're actually sustaining the business, then chalk it up as a failure and move on and move forward. But learn to fail efficiently. The third thing is just realizing that that entrepreneurship and business and life in general is not always perfectly pristine and clear. Oftentimes in business school, at least when I went there, I was taught to have a pro forma model, to have a business plan, to methodically plan. And the reality is a lot of times life is messy. It's really important you do that planning, but be adaptable and be nimble and adjust to the changes of this crazy economy. I have what's called the Porter model. It was developed by Michael E. Porter, and it's actually in my book, Bootstrap Business. Would encourage you to go download a copy of that for free if you haven't already got a copy of it. And it outlines the process that I use to start a business. Indeed, it talks a lot about the psychology, the mindset, and what it takes to succeed in business. And one of the key tools I use is the Porter model. This helps me identify and assess if my business ideas are a good idea or a stupid idea. And a lot of times, by correcting good ideas with high potential, you're much more likely to succeed in the early state. Entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. If it's going to cause you to jeopardize trust relationships, or if it's going to impose so much stress that you gridlock, then wait to the appropriate time. But certainly entrepreneurship is the best way that I found to take control of my life and my destiny. You know, life is messy. There's a movie out that's called Parenthood, and I love that movie. It tells the story of these parents that their kids are just running amok. He felt totally out of control, and midway through his career, and like everything's falling apart, and Steve Martin, playing the part of the father, makes the comment, life is so messy, it's just so messy. And at times it feels that way. And the key is to put some level of order and to put step-by-step tactical little goals in place and stick with it. This past week I did an extremely difficult hike, extremely difficult. I'm a high altitude climber. You want to scan up there, Kiku, to the wall? I've climbed in the Mount Everest region, and I did a really difficult hike this last week called the Zion Narrows. It's a 16-mile hike on greased bowling balls. And partway through, everyone was thinking there's no way we're going to make it through this. And at some point you have to realize there's only one way through, and it's through. And it requires just a lot of firm-minded tenacity to get through those situations. And indeed, that's a lot of what entrepreneurship is just deciding you're going to win and having a mindset firmly fixed on getting to a success. I think what so many people think is that one strike you're out, or two strikes you're out, or three times you're a failure. In my situation, it took me 5 or 6 attempts before I had my first success. So a lot of the game of starting your own business, or even I think having success in life, requires it just requires an undeviating commitment to get to a success. You see, in starting a business, it doesn't matter. It's not like 3 strikes you're out. You just got to keep after it and keep after it. And as I said, you don't take failures on that will end up killing you. But failing efficiently is indeed part of it, and just having an undeviating belief and confidence that you can do it, and then getting smarter and learning from your success or your failures. They say that a stupid man never learns from his failures. A smart man learns from his failures, and a wise man learns from others' failures. And hopefully the book, Bootstrap Business, and also Zig Zag Principle can help you learn from some of my failures and get you even a little smarter. I know that I now look for mentors, people that can help me. If you haven't already signed up for Zig Zag Principle, I'd really encourage you to do so. I wish you tremendous success and look forward to hearing from you in the future. And good luck in your endeavors.